Hi, my name is Daniel Stave, and this is my case study video project for classroom management. So in this video, I'm going to show you a situation that a teacher might see in a classroom and some possible responses to that. Two of the responses are ineffective responses and things a teacher should not do, and the third response is the ideal response, and that's what teachers should try to do to handle the situation in class. So the situation that I chose is after a teacher is done lecturing for the day. He hands out an assignment for the class to work on, and for this particular day, one student is refusing to do the assignment. So here the teacher comes over to the student's desk and he asks him why he's not working on the assignment, and the student responds that he doesn't want to. So from here, I'll look at a couple of situations that a couple of possible responses that a teacher can use to handle the situation. The first response is an ineffective response. The student simply, or the teacher simply demands that the student work on the assignment. This is not good because it's going to create a conflict in class, and a lot of times when students kind of act out like this, they're really just seeking attention, and the teacher is giving the attention that with the entire class watching. Also, the teacher is mad, as you can kind of see here. The teacher is very emphatic in telling the student to get to work, and the student responds no. So the teacher is setting himself up in just a teacher versus student conflict, and either the teacher is going to win and the student is going to be embarrassed in front of his classmates and lose respect and rapport with the teacher and damage that relationship, or the student is going to win and he's not going to do his assignment and the teacher is going to lose authority in the classroom. So this is not an effective response to the situation. Moving on to the second possible response, the teacher gets mad again, which is not good, and tells the students that if he does not want to do the assignment, then he will get a 0 on it. So he takes the student's assignment, gives him a 0. This is also not a good response because, again, the teacher gets mad. He does not show the student respect, which damages that relationship. The student then does not want to give the teacher respect back. It also shows, because the teacher doesn't care about that student's grade, that he doesn't really care about that student's education and in turn the student. While this might show the other students that they don't want to refuse to working on their assignments, this is still overall a negative response to the situation and one you don't want to use. Moving on to the third slide, this is an effective response. So the teacher is calm on this time, and he asks the student to step out into the hallway. That's an effective response because it gets the student out of that situation where he's really just seeking attention and he's getting that from the other classmates. It gets the student out in the hallway where he can talk honestly with the teacher about what's going on with him not wanting to do the assignment that day. So in the next slide we have the hallway conversation. The teacher is again calm. He simply asks the student why he's not willing to do the assignment, and the student is still a little defiant. He says, "I don't see how this is ever going to help me." So the teacher here uses I statements. He says, "I believe this assignment is important and will help you learn the material." And the student then says, "Well, I don't really understand it." And he kind of lets the teacher in and tell him what's really going on here a little bit more. And the teacher responds, "I appreciate your honesty. I know English isn't your favorite subject, but you've always gotten assignments done before. If I go back in and help explain it to you more, will you do it?" So the teacher does several things here that are good. He expresses empathy. He uses I statements again. He talks about the student's past successes, that he's done the homework before, and he offers to help the student more in order to achieve a positive outcome. So the student sees the teacher really just wants to help and really just wants to have a positive outcome and help the student get his homework done. So at this point, the student has kind of got the attention that he's wanted, has kind of been able to talk with the teacher about what's really going on, and he's willing to go back in and work on the assignment. So the end result of that positive encounter is the teacher comes back in and thanks the class for getting all their work done that day, and the student is back in and he's no longer kind of throwing his fit there. So as you can see, the last response is the best response. The teacher is able to handle that situation in class. That's going to show the other students that they're not going to be able to act out to get out of work or to be able to leave the class. The teacher does not have to call in the principal or a resource officer or anything like that. He's able to just handle that within the class, so that builds respect between other classmates. He also worked with the student to achieve a positive outcome, which is going to help that relationship whereas the first two responses damaged that relationship, and he treated the student Zach with respect, and that's something that all these students will appreciate. So this is my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, and that shows you an effective way to handle that situation. So again, I'm Daniel Stave, and this is my case study video project for classroom management. Thank you for watching.